Hi there, today is the day number 10 of my English speaking challenge and I'm still here, I'm still recording this video.
I've recorded, 1,000 videos.
And I can say that I feel a bit proud of myself because I've been speaking English for 10 days already. And even I started noticing some progress. For example, I started speaking more confidently. I started speaking a bit faster. By the way, do you remember my first day when I was scared of making mistakes, when I was scared of judgment of people? And now I can see that I don't care about that anymore, and that's amazing. So let's get started. Today we're going to read a text, then retell it to level up our speaking and expand our vocabulary. Wait, the book is called English File. Probably you know this book because every English learner knows it. And the text is called Hypochondriac. So before starting, let's discuss what does the word hypochondriac mean. Hypochondriac is a person who always search on the internet about symptoms and then worries that she has a serious life-threatening illness. To be honest, I'm also a hypochondriac person because before visiting a doctor, I always search on the internet about causes, I always worry, what if I got something serious, maybe such a brain tumor, what if I have a cancer, etc. And please write it in the comment section. Are you also a hypochondriac person or you aren't? So let's get started. A few weeks ago, I was feeling under the weather after days of intensive internet diagnosis. I finally went to see my doctor. After examining me, she told me that my heart rate was a bit fast and sent me off to the hospital for some tests. Did I go straight there? Of course not. First, I took out my phone, logged on to Google, and found out that the technical term for a fast heart rate is supraventricular tachycardia. Then I typed these two words into Google. Sadly, the problem with Dr. Google is that he isn't exactly a comfort in times of crisis. One website immediately scared me with a list of 407 possible causes. I raced to the hospital, convinced that I probably needed open heart surgery. 4 hours later, I got a diagnosis. I had a chest infection and a bad case of hypochondria. The only consolation for the latter condition is that I'm in good company. A Microsoft survey of 1 million internet users last year found that 2% of all surgeries, a not insignificant number, were health related. Unfortunately, once you have it, hypochondria can be hard to cure. Since my trip to hospital, I have been obsessively checking my pulse, swapping symptoms in chat rooms, and reading all about worst-case scenarios. What if the doctors got it wrong? What if the ECG machine was faulty? It's exhausting trying to convince yourself that you might have a life-threatening illness. The Microsoft study also revealed another serious problem that online information often doesn't discriminate between common and very rare conditions. 1 in 4 of all articles thrown up by an internet search for headache suggested a brain tumor as a possible cause. Although it's true that this may be the cause, in fact, brain tumors develop in fewer than 1 in 50,000 people. People also assume that the first answer that come up in search refer to the most common causes. So if you type in mouth ulcer and see that mouth cancer has several mentions near the top, you think it must be very common. However, this is not the case at all. Another problem for hypochondriacs is that online medical information may be from an unreliable source or out of date. A recent American study showed that 75% of people who ask the internet to look up information about their health do not check whether where the information came from or the date it was created. Once something has been put up on the internet, even if it's wrong, it's difficult to remove, says Sarah Jarvis, a doctor. This is a problem, especially with scare stories and also with some alternative remedies which claim to be miracle cures, well, but which may actually do harm. Check the information. Sorry, I don't have time. I'm off to buy a heart rate monitor. A few weeks ago, she was feeling under weather, and after days of intensive internet diagnosis, she finally went to the doctor, and the doctor said that she has a fast heart rate and sent her to the hospital to do some tests. And of course, she didn't go there straight. She took out her phone and started searching on the internet. And she found out that the technical term of the fast heart rate is tachycardia. Then she wrote tachycardia onto the Google, and then Dr. Google scared her with the list of 407 causes. And then she even thought that she probably needs open heart surgery. After 4 hours later, she got her diagnosis. She had a chest infection. And a Microsoft survey of million users found that 2% of all searches on the internet were health related. And a Microsoft study revealed one series the online information on the internet doesn't discriminate common or rare. For example, if you log onto the internet headache, then they can suggest you a brain tumor. But brain tumor can be a cause of headache, but it's very, very rare, not common. It can be for 50,000 people. And the second problem is that the 75% of people who search on the internet about health, they don't even check where the information came from, or whether the information came from a reliable source, whether unreliable source. I've recorded, 1,000 videos, or I don't know, 100 videos, but what they were without sound. I didn't understand why without sound, because my microphone has died. I'm really, really tired, exhausted, because I've been recording this video for 2 hours. Because, my phone, first, my phone battery has died. Second, my microphone's battery has died. Third, I didn't have memory on my phone. Oh, I'm really exhausted. I'm sorry.
What?
Okay, bye. See you tomorrow on my 11th day.